What's up, bros? Today we're going to be talking about my new Tinder strategy. So, I was thinking about the algorithm, and when you think about it from a machine learning perspective, if profile one, if user one gets like a high amount of likes, then what the algorithm will do is place you on the stack of users. It'll place you on the stack of users higher up than other users. And basically the goal of using these apps is to like maximize your placement on the stack, because once that stack runs out, there's only so many guys that a girl's going to swipe on. So once like the 20 swipes or whatever, 50, I don't know. But once that wipes out, then they're done for the day, and then there's going to be a refresh, and they're going to be shown a whole new set of Chads and Chad lights. And so there's not much that we can really do. I've talked to a lot of guys that, I tell them, look, bro, like, I did a professional photo shoot, you know what I mean? Like, you can't sit here and tell me that, like, I'm putting in low effort photos on online dating when I literally paid hundreds of dollars for a professional photo shoot. You can't tell me, oh, you're not showing your personality, bro, in your pictures, bro, and, oh, bro, you just gotta take better pictures, bro. It's like, no, the bottom line is, it's not how the pictures are taken. It's not showing off my personality in the pictures. The bottom line is what's in the photograph of the picture. And what's in the photograph of the picture is me. That is what's causing me to not get results. It's literally me. But that aside, there's not really much I can do with that. Right? But what I can do is I can try to game the algorithm. So my new strategy is essentially maximizing my chances at getting matches. And I don't know if the algorithm takes into account the matches of the user that likes you or matches with you. Like, for example, if a Giga Stacy if a Giga Stacy likes you, I don't know if that counts as 10 points, and then if a unattractive girl likes you, it counts as 5 points, versus it's either like a Boolean where it's like a true or false, like user, likes you, then it's just true. I don't know if there's a rating system on top of the rating system where it's like if you get liked by more attractive people, then they kind of put you in a specific bucket, right? And like on a histogram, they would bucketize you, like within the group of Giga, Chad, and Stacy, or Becky, Chad, Light. They'd put you in that bucket based off of the likes you're getting from those people. I don't know if it's like that. Obviously, I don't have access to their data models, and each of the apps might be running it differently as well. But as of right now, my current strategy, it's not really working, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not really getting much. I don't know if that's coming through, but I'm cooking food on the stove right now. But yeah, I'm not really getting much. But I don't know, like I'm also just like drinking straight out the bottle, just liquor straight from the bottle today. I don't know, man. I ran out of chaser, and it's just like, do I even need chaser? Just like, I'll just start drinking out the bottle. But yeah, so the old strategy of swiping on girls that you find attractive, it's not working. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting a single match with any girl I'm attracted to. the only match I've gotten is with like obese whales, and I would just rather geomax before dating an obese whale because I find it disgusting. Um, and I mean, I'm just like a low tier normie fake cell, so I have that privilege to make that choice, I suppose. Um, and I'm not really prescribing like solutions for other people. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and you can take that as you will, bro. Like, just we're all living life, you know what I mean? But regardless, um, the old strategy essentially is swiping on girls that you're attracted to, and the new strategy it's a more nuanced approach, and so there's a multi-step process to this because I think the algorithm also takes into effect like your conversations, because I've seen where people download their data. Does these matches result in like a message, a response, a meetup? And so I think that it's also important to. I'm on the fence. I'm not sure if it matters. I'm not sure if it matters for messaging. I think it's probably good practice to message every girl uh, that you match with, because I have a feeling that getting a response back boosts your algorithm. I don't see it dropping your algorithm. Even if like a ugly girl messages you, I don't see how that could drop the algorithm for you unless they're really, really, really bucketizing people based off of their match rate, which they very well might be, but I don't think that a message with a low tier bucketized person again would still negatively affect you. I think it would probably just positively affect you, but simply less so than a higher ranked person. And I don't know if that's really happening, but I think it's probably good practice to message every girl because the response rate potentially could be a factor. And so essentially and also I think because you only have a certain number of matches possible, I think that swiping left on women you find attractive is probably a good idea. And I'm not saying permanently, I'm just saying temporarily. Essentially, this is a Tinder experiment in and of itself. Will swiping left on attractive women and swiping right on unattractive women boost my personal algorithm so that I'm then shown on the stack to women that are at least average, right? That's kind of the thought process here, because if I'm shown to them, then I might have a chance with getting a match. And now that I think about it, it just really sounds like coke, because I do know for a fact that when you're first brought onto the platform, they're going to test your profile out up against other profiles and bucketize you from there. And essentially, girls just didn't really swipe on me, so that's what happened. Uh, yeah, yeah. But look, I don't know what the results are going to be. I mean, I don't even know if they will be favorable. Like, I have no idea if like it will put me in front of girls more because of this. But essentially, the thought process is like if I'm swiping on ugly and fat women, it should put me higher up on the stack implicitly for their profiles, and if it does that, they're going to be more inclined to match with me. And then I'll get matches with them, and then I'll get responses with them, and that will in turn again make the algorithm boost my profile, just like mathematically, like the machine learning itself is going to be like, oh, this user is getting a higher number of likes, therefore we're going to move that user up on the stack. Their point score is going to be higher than some other users that, and these guys are going to be swiping on attractive girls. And then I'm going to be swiping no on attractive girls because obviously there's only a limited amount of likes that you can give out each day. And then on top of that, I do know that the algorithm, it lowers your score if all you do is just swipe right on everyone. So like if you're swiping right on all people, then like your score is gonna, not really do well. I don't know the specifics on that, but maybe it's like if you have a bad ratio of likes to dislikes based off of your swiping, then like you need some left swipes essentially, I think. And if you don't, then I think if you have a high like swipe ratio, then they probably lower your score to a certain percentage. And so that's kind of the new strategy of what I'm thinking. And I just did it for the first time today. I haven't really heard anyone else talk about this. I just kind of thought of it. I mean, honestly, now that I've kind of said it out loud, it sounds honestly asinine though too, because like at the end of the day, like when my profile was a new profile and it got put up against everyone for the initial review, where you obviously are higher up on the stack, etc., etc., you're shown to more girls. The matches were not really that good. And so, yeah. That's kind of the best you're gonna get. So if you're not really getting much at the best, that's pretty much it. But I think I'm still gonna try it out, just to try it out. I don't know, man. Now that I'm talking through this out loud, I actually kind of don't want to do it. I think, oh man, dude, I just want a girl to like respond, bro. I just want a girl that's like average, below average to like respond, bro. Um, yeah, I think the better option is honestly just changing my location to some poor country, dude. Just buying Tinder Gold or whatever and just changing my location, bro. 'Cause, oh man, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah. I think I should do that because, like, I'm kind of like, in a bad spot right now, dude. And like, I kind of just need a morale booster, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think even though I'm like not really planning on flying out to maybe the countries that I swipe in, like, I feel like it might make sense to change my location just so I can maybe get some matches in some other country. I don't know what country. Maybe I'll just do a bunch just to get like some conversations going. Cause like, dude, like, I don't know, man. I just want to like have a conversation with a girl, that has like interest I mean, that's pretty much it. Just something to keep me going, bro. Like how do I keep going, bro? Like that's kind of really what it comes down to, bro. Like I just need something to keep me going, so I'm not just thinking about like roping, bro, like all the time. Like so I'm not just thinking about like tactical ropes, like all day, dude. Like just need something to keep me going, man. And I don't know, man. I have gotten matches though. I actually have. Um, and I think the professional photo shoot did help. I think the photos I had earlier were worse compared to the ones I have now, and I'm getting more matches now. But it seems like I can't really get a response from from a girl unless they're an obese whale. So I don't think too much has really changed, you know. And that's the thing, like whether or not the photo is grainy and bad quality, or it's professional 4K 1080p in with good style. Um, I think we all know. We all know what we're looking at. We're either looking at an attractive person in reality, not because of the pixelated camera, or we're looking at an unattractive person in reality, again, regardless of the pixelated camera. And I think that's just really what it comes down to, bro. Like, which again is what most of these people are missing. It's like, bro, it's not about the style matching. It's not about the angle of the photo and the lighting of the photo. It's like people can make inferences on the photo as to like the actuality of what you look like IRL, right? Like if we see a girl, for example, doing a mirror selfie, we can see the level of attractiveness of that girl. And the same goes, you know, for men. If you see like a guy with a Boston Zoomer haircut with blue eyes and very lean doing a mirror selfie, like women can tell in a grainy Android phone, like women are going to see that that's like an attractive guy. So, um, he's going to get swipes and like I'm not. So, like, I mean, like it's just literally that simple. Like, it's just quite literally that simple. He will get a higher propensity of likes, and I will get a lower propensity of likes. Like, that's literally just the bottom line. There's nothing else about it. So, not much really else to say about that. Um, but yeah, that being said, I actually think I'm just going to change my mind, on this experiment. And I think I might just buy a month of Tinder Gold and like go to another country just to get some matches because I need a morale boost. I need some matches. I just need like a conversation with a girl, man. Just to like keep me going, man. I just need like a combo with a girl. To keep me going. And you know what's funny actually is a little bit unrelated, but there was a comment on one of my older videos a while ago, and I think it was a video about like how I was like talking to like an e-girl or something. Um, and the comment was like, "Oh, you're a simp," something like that. And it's just like it's so funny, dude. He was calling me a simp because like you know talking to a girl, even though I knew in the back of my head that like obviously it would never happen. Obviously it's all BS and online. And he was calling me a simp. And it's like, bro, like, do you not understand biology? Like, this is quite literally like adjacent to the girlfriend experience. she's getting free attention and I'm getting like a conversation with a girl. Like, I'm just, instead of where the girlfriend experience from a prostitution standpoint, it's like you're paying the girl and then she's going out on a date with you. Like, you know what I mean? It's very close to that. Like, I know it's never going to happen. She knows it's never going to happen. But we're still just conversating. And, I mean, the guy clearly doesn't understand that, like, simping, well, first off, simp, S-I-M-P, suckers, idolizing mediocre pussy. I mean, that phrase in and of itself has taken on quite a new meaning since it's been, like, appropriated into, like, woman culture, I would say. And especially since it's now been used by women for, like, years, and, like, liberal men, it essentially doesn't really mean what it once did, but, men simping for women, you have to understand just biologically, from, like, a historical, biological standpoint, like, bro, that's literally how our species survive. We're not gonna not simp. Simping is literally a biological, innate, uh, I don't know the right word, but all I know is that it's biologically superfluous to being a male human, this quote unquote simping for girls, or like giving them attention and affection and stuff like that, just because they're a girl. That is in our biology. So, and again, it's helped us continue on our civilization and procreate. So, like, you can't just unwire biology. That doesn't make sense. That's impossible. And to do that, or to try to do that, or to tell other people to do that is delusional. And it's the same thing with, like, all this trans stuff. Like, it's just kind of the same idea. You're just destroying reality. And we can tell that it's just not working. It's never going to work. And it's the same thing with simping. It's just never not going to. Men will always simp. That's the bottom line. That's the point I'm trying to make. They will always simp. So there's no point in, and, well, let me take a step back. Not that there's no point in telling men to not simp. I understand why you would want to do that, because some guys can get a little bit out of control, and it can have negative side effects. But you have to understand that simping is innate to our biology, and it's how we reproduce, essentially. And you can't really sever that from the human experience. And we're not really going to change. So that's just one thing I wanted to touch on. It is a little bit unrelated to my new Tinder experiment. But it just came to mind, so I wanted to bring it up. One thing I want to say though, so I think I'm actually, like I said earlier, going to just buy Tinder Gold. After I finish this video, I'm literally just going to buy Tinder Gold, honestly. I don't care. I just want a conversation, literally. And then whatchamacallit. Um, um, oh, you're right. I was going to say, like, this strategy, I can't really do it. I can try it out on Bumble and Tinder. I don't know if I'm going to buy the premium for that. I don't see the point, but, like, I can try this strategy out on Bumble and Tinder, see what happens. But yeah, if y'all want to try the strategy out, I'm actually really interested to hear if anyone does try this out, to hear if, like, it changes the algorithm. I want to hear about the algorithm. Like, do you go from, like, typically you get like one like or match from, like, an obese whale per week, or like 5 likes or matches from obese whales per week, And then you go from like 5. If you're a 1, you go to a 5, or like 5, you go to like a 20. Because of this strategy, like if y'all do this, please record like daily matches. And if you just like write it down every time you get a match, like get a spreadsheet, get a note thing, take notes for a week without doing the strategy. Or if you have a mental image of like the average, just write that down and then like try the strategy out and see what changes you get. Because I just have a feeling that like gaming the system in this way by like match maxing, I feel like it will boost your profile. And like boosting the profile, I feel like it's actually very important because if your profile isn't boosted, you literally just aren't shown. Like, no girl is spending 10 hours a day swiping guys on Tinder, right? Maybe like, I mean, even you, maybe what, 15 minutes, we'll say. So there's what, like 50 guys she'll go through. So the higher you can get on that stack, that means you have a higher propensity to simply just being shown to other girls. And with that, that means if you're shown to other girls, you have a higher rate of getting matches. And the more matches you get, I feel like the higher you can kind of climb up that algorithm ladder. I mean, you will obviously cap out because you're ugly, but like, I feel like I might be able to get in the stack of some like average looking girls, maybe. Maybe. Look, oh man. Look, I'm not trying to like just, oh, get depressed over here, but look, if y'all want to try it out, I think you have a good understanding of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go buy Tinder Gold and probably like cash app some girl money just to talk to me because I'm super down bad and I just need something to help me to keep going because I can't really take it anymore, bro. I mean, I thought I was good. I was good for a little bit, but man, like the copium only lasts so long, and then you just fall right back into it, bro. Like, and that again just goes back to biology. Like, you really can't continue without like that one major innate necessary thing, and it's affection, etc., from someone from the opposite sex. And it's like, yeah, like just, oh, all right.